Hello, welcome back to Amped RC. So today there's no beating around the bush in this video. This is straight into our TT-02 Neo Scorcher build. Now, this is a build I've been wanting to do for a while now. And one of the reasons I started the channel was for this build. It just took me a while to pluck up the courage to do it because there's a lot of investment gone into this kit. And if it doesn't do well on the channel, I'm going to be gutted. But there we are. Anyway, this is the TT-02B chassis. I've chosen this car because of the TT-02. It is a much used, much appreciated chassis, and there is a lot of aftermarket parts out there. So if I ever want to upgrade this in the future, I can. Now, before I start the build, there is one single upgrade I've already bought for this, and it's the single most important upgrade you should do for any Tamiya vehicle or any vehicle in general. Ball bearings. So I got this bearing set from RC Shed. They were the cheapest bearing set I could find because I didn't know whether I'd keep this or give it away, so I just wanted to get bearings in it. Anyway, thank you RC Shed for the bearings. Go check them out on YouTube and Facebook. I will leave some links down below in the comments if you want to check them out. What I have also bought for this as well, the only other thing I've bought other than bearings is, you probably saw it over here, for the shell, is I've got two pots of Tamiya colour. So I've got metallic green and solid white. Again, these were the cheapest cans I could buy because this kit was already quite expensive. So I bought the cheapest Tamiya paint I could. I didn't get the paint from Jadlam Models where I got the kit from, just because I wanted to keep this build as cheap as possible, because this kit here cost me about 220 quid. So these were about £7 a tin. They were from, let me check. So these were about £7 per tin, and they were from Skegness Models. Again, if I can find a link to a YouTube channel or their shop, I will drop a link down below. I was going to do box art for this build, so in case you haven't seen it before, box art for this build is blue and white. I was going to do that, but as you can probably see from behind me, my favourite colour is green, so we are going green. Right, let's get everything out. So this kit from Jadlam Models was a everything you need kit, so it's not ready to run. Tamiya is still in kit form, but they supply everything you should possibly need to get this vehicle up and running. So in this kit come a Tamiya speed controller, and then they supplied 2 stick packs of batteries, servo, charger, and controller. I will go into more detail on them a bit later, but for now, this is all about the build. So in the kit, you obviously have your instructions. You've also got instructions on how to paint your body shell and how to put the stickers on. Painting the body shell, I'll probably do an extra video on that, may even make it a short, so you probably may not see me doing that. Anyway, that is enough of me waffling. Let's get to the build. Step 1, charge a battery. That is a great idea. So here we have one of the stick packs. Yes, I am doing this by the manual. If it wants it charging, it's going to be charging. So if you've never built a Tamiya model before, the good thing with these is that everything is pre-packed and everything comes labelled. So you've got different bags all labelled up. So it makes it so much easier. So in case you've wondered why I've bought bearings for this, this is what you get with the normal kit. You get brass bushings and plastic bushings, and from experience, these wear out very quickly. So ball bearings will massively extend the life of your model. So at this point in the build, as you might just be able to see, we've put some diffs in. Now, one thing people always forget is when they put diffs in, they'll put diffs in the same way. So they'll put them in that way. The problem is when you do that is you'll have one set of axles turning one way and one set turning the opposite. So you'll have one set going rearwards, one set going frontwards. What you always do is put the diffs in the opposite way. Always make sure they're the opposite way. So the motor this comes with is a Tamiya torque-tuned silver can. So it should be a lot more torquey than the standard 540 silver can you get with Tamiyas. Now, when tightening the pinion gear onto the motor, the shaft has a little flat spot. So you want to line that flat spot up with the grub screw on the pinion. And then you tighten it down. Don't worry about spacing at the moment, because you'll get that once you put it in the car. Unless, like most Tamiya kits, you get a pre-drilled motor mount, which you can only put the motor in one place for that specific gearing and it gets everything right for you, which this one does. There we go. So we've got the beginnings of the car. We just need to build up some shocks, which I'm not looking forward to. And there we have a set of shocks, so fronts and rears. Now, one thing that has surprised me about this kit is that these shocks are actually oil filled. They're not just friction dampers, which I'm used to Tamiya kits having friction dampers, so that is a big shock to me. And it's brilliant, actually. It's great to have actual oil filled shocks. So let's get these fitted. There we are, shocks are all on, and it looks awesome. Haha, we're getting there. Oh, now, let's get on to some steering. Okay, so this is the build pretty much done. We've got our shocks all built up and in, we've got our diffs in, all the electrics are in, everything runs in the correct direction. The only thing we need to do now is get our wheels and tyres on, our drive hexes, and look at painting the body. Yes, I do need to look at the electrics and sort of make them a bit neater, but at the moment, not really a concern. Just want to get this finished off. So let's get on. Now in YouTube circles, people usually take these and they'd probably chuck them at the car and they'd be fitted by magic like that. Nope. Nope. Let's try the other two. Come on, magic. Nope. I'll have to fit them by hand then. Let's get on with it. And there we have my first Tamiya in 20 odd years. And I've really enjoyed that build. Now we are not finished yet. We've still got the body shell and the wing to fit. So let's get on to that now. Okay, so here we have the body painted up in its amazing new colour. And I'm really looking forward to this one, to getting it cut out and on the car. So here we go. Let's get cutting out. Let's get it on the car. And there we go. The body is on. Now, I do not know about you, but I think that looks absolutely amazing in Tamiya metallic green. PS17, I think it is. Yes, PS17 metallic green. I will give you a proper look around. Now, the paint hasn't come out perfect. I did rush it a little bit because I wanted it finished so I can drive it. I've got a day off work tomorrow and I want to get out and drive this thing. I do need to get the stickers on it. So we bring out the magic tea towel. And this is where the decals get applied, hopefully. So when I pull that off, decal's done. And there we are. And there is the Neo Scorcher in all of its green and metallic-y goodness. Now, I've not applied all of the stickers, only some of them, because it is meant to have a white stripe down the centre as per the box art. You might just see it over there. When I come to put the stickers on, I didn't like the way they were joined, so I've left them off, and I think I've made the right decision, because just those small flashes of blue and white, I think they really stand out on that green, and it looks amazing. Although I love the colour, I did make a few mistakes when painting this. It's been a while since I've painted a body, so just trying to remember what to do. I am tempted to get another Neo Scorcher body set and do the white stripe on it in paint and do it properly and take my time. I did kind of rush this because once I started the build, wanted it finished because it is a bit cold in the workshop, but there we are. This thing looks amazing, and it's been so long since I've held a 1/10 car. I forget how big they are. When I'm playing around with things like this for scale, it just, and again, something like this in itself is small in comparison, and yeah, you forget how big a 1/10 can be, and this is only a 1/10 buggy as well. But oh, those oil shocks, I really wasn't expecting this to have proper oil shocks. I thought it was going to be friction shocks like the Tamiyas I've had before, but I've really enjoyed this build. It's been great. Only leaves us one thing though. Let's go drive it. Yeah, I say drive it. I'm really going to bash the hell out of it. Come on. And there we have the build of our brilliant looking Neo Scorcher done. I'm sorry you're not getting to watch the drive of this thing. That comes next week because it is necessary for our 3-part build series on this brilliant Tamiya. Now, with next week comes the drive and my verdict on this kit. I'll also release this series as one long video, so if you get to this point and you think, I can't be asked to watch the next one, there will be a full video coming out about an hour long, maybe 50 something minutes, with the whole intro, build and drive all in one, so you can wait for that if you want. Anyway, it's been great to have you with us again. Hopefully you come back to see the drive next week, and thank you for tuning in. Stay amped.